What's up? It's your boy Karceno here. About to wind the day down. Got my bag here, just unpacked. You know what it is. Tired. About to call it one. So, words. It's about to call it one. Go lay it down for the day. What's cracking? Good peoples? Nah, I don't smoke. Actually, people just get tired. That's what happens, I know. Exactly. Well, I'm not going to keep everybody that long. I just get right to the gist of it. Oceanside. What's good, Oceanside? Well, this is a crazy one, buddy. This is a crazy story. Now, this is going back some years. And this is hopefully a life lesson for a lot of people. A lot of people like Tupac's behavior and how his attitude was like, I just don't give a. I had a friend who definitely was motivated by Tupac, and he was driven like that. Shawn Anthony. Shawn Anthony was something, you know, uh, incredible. Yeah, probably. I know they're not giving people notifications, and I don't even know what's going on right now, but it's crazy. But bear with them. That's all I can tell you. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Go to that help button, click it, and do what you're supposed to do. Tell them you're not getting a notification. But let me get back to the story with Shawn Anthony. Now, Shawn Anthony was a security guard. He was working security for a couple of liquor stores. He worked at the mall security. Everywhere it was, where's a circus event where they had these little carnivals in the town, he'll get a security job. So he belonged to no real one company. Wherever they sent him, Shawn Anthony would go and be security. So Shawn Anthony was living with his mom's. Then he ended up getting a roommate when he went and got his own place. First, he's living with his cousin. Let me not skip that. He was living with his cousin, but his cousin had money. His cousin was doing things. And his cousin was like, I'm moving out. Or, no, you got to move out. That's what it was. You got to move out. So he told him he got to get his own place. He can't stay there no more. So naturally, he didn't like it. But eventually, he had to fall in line. And he found the roommate on Craigslist. So when they came out on Craigslist and he found his roommate, old Shawn Anthony was like, okay, here's a roommate. The roommate just happened to be some little petty hustler who used to be from Jacksonville, and he's talking about all these things he did in Jacksonville. Man, the club is jumping and all this stuff, and he was looking for a roommate because he's new up here. And the reason why he's new up here is because what this roommate was was basically a runner for this big time hustler from Jacksonville, Florida, named King. Now, King, I guess, was king down in Jacksonville, Florida. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But this guy, I guess, was working for King. Came up here, met with Anthony, and they started moving artillery, like firearms, all different type of things. And Shawn Anthony is not from this life. He's a security guard, but the most thing he ever seen on a gun was from what? Probably Call of Duty or something like that, Modern Warfare or Halo. He's not one of those guys. So now that they coming up there and he's got a place to put all this stuff, and he's got this guy who's got the place basically in his name. He ain't got to be on no real lease, and he's making money over fish. They going to the clubs, they turning up. I see Shawn now. He's out there in a brand new Lexus. He in the passenger seat. Yo, what's up, man? We going over to Cowboys, man. Meet us at Cowboys. Cowboys is like, oh, what's up? Cowboys is like this strip club out here. So people went out to Cowboys, they tossing dollars, they got bottles, and I'm like, what didn't happen with Shawn? Did you find a box or something on the job, or a bag of money? Like, what happened with you? So he was telling me, like, yo, we got this late. If you need anything, holler, man. We got this. We got auto semis. We got it all. I'm like, I'm good. Because I was good. Because the thing is that I have a license, a firearms license. So it means I can go get my own. So I don't have to pay street prices. Street prices is high because they don't have no choice but to pay them. Because they can't get a license. They ain't got so much crime on them. So you basically charge them what you want. But for me, I don't need them. So I'm like, I'm good. But, you take care of yourself. You watch out. And I saw his homeboy. I forgot his homeboy's name. I can't really remember it. But he was always shifty. He didn't look, like yeah, what's up, man? Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was shady. And I could tell he was using Shawn. So when they go all the way down to Jacksonville, he takes Shawn down there with him. They go down there, they kick it or whatever, and they having a good time. Shawn is down there talking to some girl, from how it was told to me, and him and the girl hit it off. So Shawn wants to move to Jacksonville to be with her. But that ain't what dude need. His homeboy needs him to stay his butt up here in Chicago and do this work for King. But here it is where his homeboy is doing this and Shawn is getting caught up in all this stuff that's happening. Shawn's attitude start changing. People was like, man, Shawn ain't where he used to be, man. He snapped on his moms. He snapped on his uncle, and talking about he threw money in their face. And I'm like, he throwing money in their face? So he was like, yeah, man, he tripping. So Shawn just started bugging out because he ain't never had money before. He never had no real money. He got all these photos of him he got this like pinky ring with all these carat diamonds, and he up there with a drink, and then he got all the money in his other hand. And I'm like, he bugging. But he ain't never had money before. So I can understand that part when you don't have the money and you finally get money and it's like, oh wow. No, not boxing socialist Shawn. Definitely not him. So Shawn is wilding out. He's down there tripping. He's down there completely tripping in Jacksonville. So he's like, look, we gonna keep both places. I just travel back and forth. but I'm going to have a crib down here in Jacksonville so I could be with my girl. So he down there kicking with the girl. And then they was like, dog, I don't like this. And King ain't gonna like this. Like, you got two cribs. He was like, man, I do what I want to do. So King was like, I guess King found out. And like, he was like, no one would go against King or had that energy to do that. But since he's an outsider and don't really know King, King decided to show him who he was so that he would fall in line. So King was like, all right, who's this girl? Bet. So allegedly, King them took his girl out, showed her a real good time with money and all this. Next thing you know, King is sleeping with his girl. So his girl leaves him. And King tells him and showed him right then and there, brought him in there and told him, look, your girl is now my girl. That's how I operate. Do you understand that? She don't have a choice. Like you don't have a choice. You're going back to Chicago. You're not staying in Jacksonville. You're going back up to Chicago and you're going to work there. Now, if you want her, I'll send her to Chicago with you. But she works for me like you work for me. That didn't go over well with Shawn. Shawn copped an attitude. And when Shawn copped an attitude about it and was like, I don't got to work for you. I could do this myself. Wrong thing to say to King. And wrong thing to say when his homie's right there. So King was like, you a grown man. You come out of it the way you want to come out of it. Fair. So now everybody goes back their own directions or whatever area they were going in. Everybody go back to their areas. Now everybody's gone back to their places. Now he's mad at the girl. How you gonna be with that dude? She was like, you don't understand. King gonna come back here and kill you tonight. You gotta get out of town. He gonna kill you. So he goes getting ready to go to Chicago. He packing his bag up. As soon as he get outside, shots rang out. Shots rang out. Shawn car shot up. Car fell off. Shawn ain't hit at all. He don't have not one bullet wound on him. Shawn is perfectly not hit. The girl's not hit. Nobody's hit. Thank God. Shawn is up there talking big and bold. Like, yeah, look at that. They can't kill me. Blah, 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 this and that. So, Shawn get in the car. It's all shot up. He taking pictures with his phone. Yeah, these bastards trying to kill me, boy. They don't want to play with me. They don't know who they playing with. He go out there. He gets strapped. He got a gun. I took classes on how to shoot. These dudes don't know how to shoot. Blah, 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 blah. Running his mouth. He telling this girl and this and that. So he gets on a plane ticket or whatever. He comes to Chicago. That's all I know. Shawn comes to Chicago. He running off at the mouth. How they wanted to kill him, blah, 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 and all this. And he's bragging. Like, I ducked death. His roommate didn't come to Chicago. He just basically didn't come back at all. Come to find out, he's like, man, I'm going to just do this up here. I know how to run that whole operation. So eventually, he ran out of supplies and had to come back to Jacksonville. Needless to say, he went to a club. He got out of the club. He came out of the club. They rolled up from behind, shot his car up again. He was in a rental. And they shot up the rental car. The police came because the police wasn't that far away. Came in, saw the car that was shooting. The car tried to peel off. The cops went after them, and they got the guys that did the shooting. Now, was he hit this time? Absolutely not. He got cut by debris of glass. So now he really thinks he's Tupac, or he can't be touched. Shawn not only gets down there, he meets the guy that's helping him, that was distributing for them when they were moving their hardware in Chicago. Now I could just stay here in Jacksonville and I can challenge dude because I got the connect. I know him. I don't need him. I'm going to have my boys up in the Chicago area run it down there, and I'm going to stay down here. And I'm going to get my same girl back. Shawn goes ahead and gets the same girl back. She's in there scared to be around him. And everybody who see this dude still alive and they did all this to him, King is kind of losing. People are starting to, I don't know, King might not be who we say he is. Because this dude's still alive. So, and the dudes they called, it's like they finna roll over on King. And King finna go to jail. So everybody like, man, this is not good. Shawn is up there and he running everything. He running off at the mouth. Yeah, this and that. So, Shawn's still running off at the mouth. He got his old girl back. They together for a couple of months. They balling. And they finna buy a house. Live out there. Now, his roommate has never been seen again. His roommate comes in there one day and was like, "What's up, man? I need some jobs, man. Ain't nothing out here, man. You out here balling, Shawn. Man, put me on, man. You in the connect doing it. Man, King, man, later for him, man. He cut me off. Yo, Joe, man, that's why I was out here trying to get it on my own. I ain't come to Chicago because I thought that was messed up. How that went with you and your girl. I wasn't with that." His girl was like, "Don't trust him. Don't bring him in what we got." And he was like, "Nah, I kind of owe him because he brought me in. So I'm going to bring him on in." Soon as he brought him on in, he's messing up. And the connect was like, "Dude, you messing up. Your boy is messing up. They getting popped off. Jacksonville's getting hot. So they got to get out of Jacksonville. King's locked up." So King's locked up in jail. And for numerous of different reasons, I guess. He's locked up. So he's locked up. This guy is balling. Shawn Anthony's balling now. The girl is there. They got a house. They got their boy there. He's messing stuff up. So now the connect is slowing down. Things are slowing down. Money's slowing down. So now they like telling him, "Look, you got to do something. Like you got to get a job or do something else." And he was, "Dude, we got this lit on these drugs, though. We gonna run this pill game, ecstasy." So now he wants to sell ecstasy pills along with the product. So now they got jars of these ecstasy pills from this dude down there, and they trying to sell it in the clubs. Next thing you know, dude gets popped for having so many ecstasy pills, and he was facing 30 years, his homeboy. Now his homeboy rolls on Shawn. Shawn is on the move. And Shawn got to move up quick. And he called his cousin up here in Chicago and was like, "Yo, tell my mans I got to come back home. I got to come to Chicago. Y'all got to get me out of here. Like, I'm finna go down. Like, they finna come get me any second. I got to lay low till I find a lawyer." Before, that was the last call he made. As soon as he hung up the phone, car pulled up, sprayed him to death. He was shot so many times, I can't even keep count. Shawn's gone. Now, the police said, or what people were saying in there, is that that King did it from behind bars. What had happened was his homeboy, who brought the ecstasy in. It was all a setup. They brought the ecstasy in so that they could catch him moving something because he kind of got away because they couldn't get him caught up with the connect with the firearms. So they popped his boy off, brought his boy back, and his boy came in, set him all up, did everything he could, and was slow playing him, till he brought in the ecstasy so they can get him caught in this conspiracy and all these pills. But he never was having nothing on him, so he probably would have skated. The hit came in out of nowhere. Like, the hit was already in motion from, apparently, King had set this up. So, and that was apparently. King comes home. This is up. Shawn's gone. All this and that. King come home, and as soon as he get out, like about a week later, King gets killed. The dude, the roommate, who was basically the one that bridged everything together, tried to go back to Chicago. He got killed. All of them are gone within 3 months of each other. All three of them were gone. The roommate got killed for, I don't even know what he got killed for. They said he was dead as soon as he came back to Chicago. So what did we learn today? See, there's people in Florida that know about all this, especially Jacksonville. They didn't heard this story before. Don't sell drugs. No, it's a little bigger than don't sell drugs. You got to be able to read these things in milliseconds and know what's going to happen. When you get into what we call the fast life, and that's what it was the fast life. Once you get involved in the fast life, you got to be able to navigate and see things in milliseconds. And once he saw that roommate come in and talking about he needed to do this and that, he should know his energy. Like, look, don't play yourself. You ain't in this life. You a security guard. Be that security guard. Don't mess with people that have been doing this for years. You a security guard. Stay in that lane. Like, dude be like, you a square. I be bet. I'll be a square and I'll be alive. I've seen too much realness take place to let, myself get caught in I'm a gangster. I'm not. I'm a man. That's it. That's all I know how to be. Jacksonville, Florida. I wouldn't go asking around. I wouldn't go asking around if I was you. People, it's a lot of stuff a lot of stuff out there, man. And the thing is a lot of people in the Midwest would go to like Jacksonville and the energies is off. Like, they really hospitable people, and people would perceive the energy a different way. They would think, because up here we very cautious about people being extra nice. Down there, that's how they are. They don't really mean nothing by it. They really being hospitable. But here we on point. Because you gotta be on point. If you're not, right, it's not a cool thing, it's a survival thing. And that's what everybody don't understand. Yeah, but Atlanta, Georgia, They don't respect Jacksonville. And there's a whole lot of problems there, buddy. Whole lot of problems. That's for another day. Yeah, Jacksonville is it's official. I don't know what's playing down there. No, the moral of the story was don't play yourself. Be who you are. I mean, if you want to change your station in life, do something to change your station in life. But don't play yourself. And Shawn played himself. He started seeing all this money come in quick. That's a fast life that only ends in two ways, death or jail. Nobody gets out. Nobody be like, yo, you get knocked, you get back up, you get knocked. People from the street, they used to going back to zero. They come from nothing. They get knocked, they go back down, they get up, they keep moving forward. That's how they move. That's how they operate. They make a living like that. So 50 got knocked. See, you don't understand. 50 got knocked. He got out of the game before the game got rid of him. But you see what he got shot 9 times. You know what I'm saying? That's this is what I'm talking about. Somebody got shot up. That ain't no good feeling. Like I hear people arguing on that who shot Biggie thing, and they talking about, well, Pac only got shot 1 time. Oh, he got shot 3 times. He got shot. Period. 1 shot a kid. So when people are like, oh man, you only got shot once. Some people don't come back from gunshots. There's a lot of people in the dirt right now from 1 gunshot. So to sit there and debate on how many times a person got shot is stupid. He said he got hit 5. Man, it was like 3. I'm like, really? Is that what? That's really the point? I know. The man from the Washington Redskins got shot in the leg. And it hit an artery, and he was gone in a matter of 2 minutes. You know, Black Just was like the same way. You know, he got shot in the leg and hit an artery, and he was gone. It's a matter of minutes for you bleed out. Don't have a real opinion on it. It's a shame that he lost his life at such a young age. He had so much to give to the world, and look what he did in such little time. He prepared his life as if he wasn't going to be in too much longer, and that's where Shawn was headed. Shawn had a destructive life after that. People told me he's snapping quick. He started thinking he was invincible. Whenever you're getting shot at, some things got to change. When you're getting shot at, things got to change in your life. Something ain't right. You survived 2 shootings and you still in the same city. You got shot at twice in the same city and you still sticking around the same city. We just saw Mozzie lose his life like that. He was shot like 8 times prior. And he's still sticking around. I had a friend that got shot up. He was a good-hearted dude, but he kept fronting all the time. When we was younger, he used to call himself on the pager. We knew he was doing it. You know, he was a big dude, way bigger than Biggie. Like, as far as size, he was like 6'5". But he used to call himself on the pager and page himself. And then hang up the phone, and then later the page come in. Beep, beep, beep. Man, these hoes blowing me up. I'm like, that's how lame it used to be back then. Before cell phones, people had pagers. People used to page themselves to try to make themselves look important. It was, yeah. Fronting was through the roof at that time. But he would like overly do it. It's like, dude, like people would do that to impress girls. It was stupid. I never did it. Never did it. Yeah, you probably too young to remember what a pager is. Ask your dad, he knows. So, everything was about a pager in the 90s. It was all a rap song. Mobile phone, sky pager. So, beepers, beep, 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 beepers. So, yeah, people would just do it to impress a girl. Be like, look, his beeper going off. He got everybody thinking about him. Beep, 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 beep. Then you got to be cool when you check it out, too. You got to be like, call them later. So what's up, baby? I mean, it'd be that lame. That's how dudes used to do that, and it was ridiculous. Then they got to go find a pay phone or go use your boy phone if you out by his crib. Yo, let me use your phone. Somebody just paid you. So, I used to go to the hospital. I used to be like right by the hospital. So I would go in the hospital. I go in the ICU room. People be in there crying. Ah! I'd be like, yeah, man, yeah, I can make it. Yeah, bet. That's what's up. Yeah, man, I'm telling people in there, and like, oh my God, I hope he makes it. If your whole nother family walking to ICU, they be hugging, crying, kids. So she said, what? Oh, you don't want to go out tonight, huh? All right, I got you. Where am I at? I'm in the hospital. I'm in the ICU. Yeah, I could just use the phone. They give you an outside line, no problems. So yeah, I'm like, so I ain't have to waste no money on quarters. I could just talk forever. Yeah, the 143 code, I love you. Yeah, that was funny. I played a joke on my friend one day too. He was sitting there with his girl, and I was like, oh, I'm finna get him back, because he used to always prank each other. So I called his phone. I was like, I put 143, 143, 143, his pager, and then I just waited for it. And I'm just looking at him. Then it beeps. His girl is like resting on his lap. We watching the TV. As you know, he go beep 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 beep. He look at it and go. Then he go. It was priceless. The look on his face. He looked right at his girl to see when she sleep or whatever. He was like. He slid it all slow down his leg, putting it back in his pocket. Oh man, I was cracking up. That was hilarious. Man, something sound good down there. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it sounds great. Baggy jeans with pages, yeah. I remember I just got in my car, dropped my pager, and ended up driving over it. When you open the door, sometimes if it's on, it ain't clipped tight enough or whatever. When you bend down, it'll push it off, and the clips used to come off. My pager fell in the street. I backed up over it, drove over it. Killed, man, I blew it, man. If I'd have had that page and got that message, if I was smart, man, it's probably a good thing I ain't sleep with her, because that'd have caused a lot of problems. Because she would have had to keep her mouth shut completely. Because it'd have been a headache. A headache. This girl I used to date, would have messed around with one of my boys. That wouldn't have been cool. I already know he would have flipped out. Even though she ain't with him no more, the type of dude he is, he would have just flipped out and made a really big thing about it. And I went there for a whole different reason. And I was there for a whole different reason. She asked me to come over there so she can give me this number so I can go find JoJo, so I can get on the road and move. And she came out of the shower with just a robe. Hair was wet, and she's in a robe, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm thinking she gonna go back and change. She come back still in the robe with nothing on under it. I'm like, this is a trap. This was a setup. This was a setup. You knew what you was doing. Why would you let me in and come down here and you in the shower, you come out in this robe? It's a trap. Then later on, I found out that night it was a trap. Yep, it was a trap. It was a trap just for me. And I was just to come back by myself. And I said no. And I should have definitely went back. No, I did the right thing in hindsight. I did the right thing. Saying no. I can't come. Nah, not by myself. Nah, I can't do that. She was like, why don't you drop them off and come back by yourself? I'm like, I would want to hang out, but I gotta champion this one. I gotta take this. I gotta take it on the chin. I gotta ride for the team. So I had to ride for the team and be the righteous guy to say, even though you ain't with him no more, he gonna throw a fit, and I'm gonna be ready to choke and punch him at the same time. Do a two-way with two chicks. Yeah, with two chicks. Once. That was once in a lifetime opportunity, but never the other way around. Nah. Yeah, well, you got to look at the scenarios. Life is crazy like that, so. This was way before the two ways. This was regular page. But I ain't gonna hold you. For the people that just got here and missed the story, I let them go back and check it out. I'm gone.